Hi, this is Dot Scrapbooking, and today I'm going to do the Comfort and Joy scrapbooking workshop from our Close to My Heart September-October catalog. Now we're running to the end of October here, so Bloom with Grace and Comfort and Joy are just available till the end of October. So if you like these, then now's the time to get them from dorothy.ctmh.com. So the instructions say that these items are optional, but they add to the decoration. So that was the Solar Flare glitter gel and also the almond ink. So I'm going to go through the cutting because the cutting isn't very much. It's not like cutting for cards. But I thought I'd show you what's in the kit first. So you get the instructions, of course. And this glitter die cut, so the backside shows you better what's there. So you get a Merry Christmas and stars and snowflakes and trees and fronds and bows and all sorts of beautiful things. So I just kind of decide to show you how they look. So they pop out super, super easy with this glitter paper. And they really add beautiful embellishment to the pages. So very fun, very neat that you don't have to worry about cutting them because they're all set for you. And I mean, look at that. They just kind of boop. I love it. And funny enough, it says the title is Merry Christmas, and they don't use that on any of the 3 2-page layout. Look at that gorgeous bow. They don't use that on any of the pages, so you can actually make your own layout and have a beautiful gold glitter title saying Merry Christmas from your own creation. So all the little round things are Christmas ornaments for the tree we're going to make. And even the titles just come out so easy. I love it. You just kind of want to watch out that you don't lose the little dot there for the eye. But you know what? If you do, you can always use a glitter gem to dot the eye. So not a problem. It's pretty tiny and pretty easy to get lost. So I guess if you kept them all on the carrier sheet, it would be easier to keep track of them. But you know what? When you're making stuff, I kind of like to have everything real handy, just to move things along. So they're all set to go. And there's still enough space on there that you could, if you have a little tiny punch, you could totally get some more hearts and stars and what have you out of it with a small punch. Or even with a hole punch, you could get smaller ornaments. So pretty cool. And then here's this gorgeous sticker sheet with all the shiny gold on it. Look at that. It's really beautiful. And this is the Project 1 die cuts and Project 2 and then Project 3. Project 3 will be a little bit tedious to put all those triangles together. And so I really love the poinsettia paper, but we end up using the flip side for the layout. So if you still want the poinsettias, you can always get a package of paper for I think it's $6.95 for just an additional pack of paper, which you could use for additional layouts, for smaller memory books, for additional cards. So, and there's 2 sheets in here that are exclusive to this kit. So that will not be in the paper pack. So you get 4 sheets of vanilla cardstock and 2 sheets of black. And I'm going to pull out the vanilla, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with putting the glitter gel. Now, if you look at that sheet to the left while I'm punching out the Christmas tree, this tree is really easy to put together too. It's very, very fun. But to the left, there is a stencil sheet, and we are going to use that stencil sheet to make decorations, designs, kind of background designs on two of the layouts. So how cool is that? So you don't even have to go to the Cricut and make a background design. We've got it ready to go for you. So that is very neat. And when we put the Christmas tree together here, you're going to start off at the bottom because we've got these wonderful scallops. And so if you start at the bottom with that plaid, then building the tree is very, very simple. So I'm just taking out the extra little pieces and lots of little journaling strips for Project 1. I think the journaling strips are harder than anything else to get out, and they're not even very hard. And then these cute little two banner pieces. So that's it. Anyway, the reason why I'm going to use the background, see, I couldn't resist putting the tree together. So what you're going to do is you overlap those pieces so that the sides match up to the background of the Christmas tree, the kind of go by. So that is going to be so simple to get all nice and even, and very, very easy to put together that elegant, wonderful Christmas tree. So here's the stencil, and it's kind of an interesting design. It kind of goes with the little snowflakes of the kind of the shape of the from the glitter sheet. So I'm going to set everything else aside and proceed to go through all of the stencil. So I'm going to speed things up a little bit and get. So I'm taking out all the pieces to create our stencil, and you know, it actually goes pretty quick. Just so you know, these layouts, I mean, with cutting and everything, took me 2 hours and about 2 hours and 12 minutes to do. Now, I will tell you that that's with the straight work. Now, I did leave some time in between. I had lunch with Jim, had to cook lunch, and that allowed me to let the glue dry, because it does, I didn't time the glue, but it takes a while for the gel to dry. And, you know, I didn't want to mess it up, so I let the background just kind of sit to chill and dry. So I'm just showing you that I'm going to the layout here. And it has, what it suggests is that you take the stencil and that you kind of tack it down with some washi tape. So you want to have some washi tape handy. And it shows you, it kind of tells you to, first to kind of do some almond ink and then the glitter gel. So I'm just trying to figure out what to do here. Now, you absolutely don't have to do this for your pages. You can make these pages without the inking or the glitter gel. This is up to you, and it's just, an additional decoration. And so I'm just going to show you just so that you see if you choose to do it, then this is how you do it. And so I'm kind of tacking my ready to go stencil. And here's the almond ink. And I'm just going to get, now you could use various things. It said sponge, so I ended up using a sponge. You could totally use a brush, or, whatever you like to put ink down. Whatever tool you like to use to put ink down. But I kind of like the blotchy look of these little sponges. And we have these sponges in our tool section of the catalog. And it's a round sponge that I cut up into usually like 8 pieces. So this sponge is like $1 or something ridiculous. So it goes a long, long way. And look at that cool effect you get just from doing the sponging. So now, if you have our art booking cartridge for the Cricut, you can make, and actually you don't have to put that edge right up to the edge of the paper. You could overlap the design so that they kind of fall off the edge of the paper. And that would be cooler to do that. Sometimes we get caught in a rut and you have to match up edges. And that's what I did. But, I really like this technique. Anyway, what I was saying is art booking, if you have the art booking cartridge from Close to My Heart, there are a whole lot, a bazillion maybe close to a bazillion different backgrounds, excuse me, that you can cut out and you can use. We've got some, it's sort of a plasticky sheet. It's a stencil sheet. And we have that in the catalog under tools also. And you can get that and make your own stencils. Okay, so here I get a little bit smarter, and I have the design fall off the edge. So I think I like the way that looks better. Now, someplace along the way, I lost the beginning part. Wonder what happened to that part of the... Anyway, this is putting the glitter glue on, and I'm matching up the stencil to the almond ink. And, excuse me, I'm taking the, excuse me, the Solar Flare, sorry about that. The Solar Flare glitter glue. This stuff is gorgeous. It's got stars in it. It's got all sorts of, a little close there. But see all the iridescent stuff that's in there? Excuse me, I had to take a drink of tea. So anyway, I love this Solar Flare glitter glue. I've never used this before. I've used texture paste, same kind of idea. You're giving dimension, but now you're getting glitz along with this one. Oh my God, is that gorgeous? I'm using my craft mat because you can just scrape and clean it off super, super easy. So once again, I'm matching up the stencil to where I had the almond ink, and then I don't want it to be real thick. It doesn't need to be thick like you might want to do with texture paste, because you want it to dry eventually. And there's so much glitz to it that it doesn't need to be thick, in my opinion. So, oh gosh, I love it. That is beautiful stuff. Now you can see all the stars on it. from that angle. So anyway, that is just too much fun. That is just too much fun, and so much fun for Christmas because it's so glitzy. And then this, goes with the gold glitter ornaments and stars and snowflakes that we got from our little glitter sheet. So, okay, that's going to sit aside and dry. And had to run and get a tissue to wipe off my mat. I don't know why I don't have some baby wipes handy. I need to go get some, actually. So, there we go. Easy peasy, clean off the craft mat and ready to go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is start the cutting. And the cutting is super, super simple. So, got my aluminum rail cutter, which just does such a great job. I know I've said that before, but I really like this, the best cutter ever. So I'm cutting off the zip strips from, this is the exclusive paper. And I'm going to go ahead and cut 1 inch off of both sides. So I end up with 11 by 11, and the second one is also minus the zip strip, it's going to be 11 by 11, so 1 inch off on both sides. And I'm doing the measurement to the right so that you have the most of the edge on the rail so you get a straight cut. If you try to do it the other way, the chances are you're going to get a crooked cut. So you want to have as much paper against the edge to keep everything straight. So this green is getting cut to 4 1/4 by 12 strips, and then 2 pieces that are 1/2 inch by 12, and then 2 pieces that are 1 inch, cut down to 8 3/4 and 5 3/4. So very, very easy cuts, which I love. And then I'm just going to cut them to the 8 3/4 and 5 3/4 lengths. And then the little strips will go into scrap. So they'll be kept as scraps. So I clearly need new glasses, and I thought it said 4 1/2, and so I'm taking 1/4 inch off. Daisy's come to visit me. Hello, Daisy. So, and then the other green sheet with the stripes on the back. So you want to make sure that the cut orientation of the stripes on the back is so that the stripes go side to side, not up and down. And so we've got a piece that's 1 1/4 inch by 9, and a piece that's 3 inches by 6 1/2. My 1/2 inch, my 6 1/2 inch mark is kind of hard to determine whether it's right, so I'm cutting it at 5 1/2, so that the other, what's left, is 6 1/2. And then this is going to 9. That's easy. Okay, got that. Okay, so the next piece is Daisy, what you want, huh? No, you need to go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Don't go. Dogs. Okay, I've got to go let her out. Okay, I'm back again. Dogs wanted treats. They wanted to go outside. Oh, now Ginger's going to talk to me. Okay, so back at it here. We cut a piece that's 9 1/4 by 7 of this wonderful holly paper. And then we're cutting a strip that's 2 3/4 by 9 inches, and some smaller strips that are 1 1/4 by 8, 7 1/2 by 1 1/2, and 7 1/2 by 2. So, love this paper. I love the holly design. And the back side is real cute. It's a dark red and black design. So, it's great. It would be a great background for pictures, for Christmas pictures, because it's a subtle design and, just a little bit of dark red would show. Now the two pieces of black are going to get cut to 11 and 3/8. So 3/8 is like one little line less than half an inch. And so that is going to get cut, and that is going to get cut. So these are going to be identical, just like the 11 by 11. So you can guess that this will be under the 11 by 11. And I think I'm done, except I still need to cut some zip strips, but that's okay. So the cutting is complete. And on to project 1, I do believe. We'll see. So I think what I wanted to do is the vanilla is the background paper for this layout. So we have the two plain vanilla background pieces that are going to get the 12 by 4 1/4 inch pieces that are going to go crossways on it. But I'm going to go ahead and start building the tree. And if you can look towards the edges, you can see that as you move the pieces up and down, they completely match the angle of the tree background. And so that's what you're aiming for, is lining up the sides of the scallop pieces to match the background edge. And see, that's just perfect. And so when you do that, then you get this even overlapping scallop. I mean, that's easy. I mean, I think it's a brilliant thing. It's just super, super easy to do. For getting, a perfect looking tree. And it comes out looking, really, once I put the gold ball decorations on it, and there's going to be a big glitter star on top, it really comes out looking super neat. So I just don't think that they could have designed it better for how to put this tree together, with just matching up the sides, moving it, scooching it up and down to match the edge of the tree. I think that was just really smart. But we had the go-by of the basic tree first. And so that is going to be a banner towards the top. But that little piece that's under my left hand there with the stripes on it, that's the trunk of the tree. So I'm just kind of figuring out what I need to do first. And the first thing is, well, this is going to get some almond, little bit of almond decoration. Now, the ink doesn't take any time to dry. It's almost like instantaneous. So it doesn't take time to dry. So you can do that pretty quick. I'm not putting, you could, if you totally wanted to, you could totally put the glitter on the back, because really too much glitz is not enough, especially for Christmas. So you could totally do that, and you could totally run the design up to the top rather than just kind of stopping it there. You could use, as much or as little of this stencil design in, all areas of the paper, really. You know, I got a little stingy. It's kind of hard to see the almond in the instructions. It's hard to see the almond on the vanilla to kind of see how much they put on there. So I'm just kind of guessing. But and I would also suggest is run the design off of the paper, so it just doesn't look, so it looks a lot more random if you do that. See, I think that just looks so much better than to have the straight edges there. I should really pay more attention to that. I think it's called a bleed, where you go off the edge of the paper. So, and then I started using the brush, but the brush for me was too solid. I didn't want it to have that solid of a look. I like this spotty look. So when you flip the green over, you get this stripe. And it's like, 3 inches up from the bottom. So it's pretty simple. I've got that 3-inch wide ruler. Doesn't really matter. You know, you can eyeball it and put it kind of where you want it. And then there's going to be the 1/2-inch stripe, 1/2-inch piece is going to go on top. So that's sort of like a zip strip, except we made our own. It's not a zip strip. So there we go. There's our background. And now building on the background is the tree. So I'm gonna pop the tree up with foam dots or foam tape. So the tree is going to be, which makes sense, the tree is going to be the dimensional item on the page. You need to go lay down. Go lay down. Daisy, go lay down. My dogs, they come in and then they step all over whatever I've got on the floor, which is usually a lot. Okay, so I'm putting my tree close to the edge, and then this is the little stem that I'm going to tuck underneath the tree. Not the, is that the right thing? Stem, trunk, the trunk of the tree. So, there we go. Now, this is where the round pieces come into play, and those are going to be the ornaments all over the tree. So I think I'll play a little music here. Okay, so I have the beautiful poinsettia on there along with one of the gold fronds, the glitter fronds, and the bough with holly on it. So it's a nice backdrop having the stencil background there. It really adds, I think, to the background of the decorations. You know, it just gives them a little something to sit up on top of. So it adds kind of dimension to, even though it's flat and it's non-dimensional, it does add some dimension to the paper to have the backdrop of the stickers. So I really love the way the stenciling looks. Now I like the title, Home for the Holidays, and I hope, you know, some people can make it home for the holidays and, you know, it ends up being a safe and beautiful Christmas. I took some of the stickum. I used my anti-static pouch and put some of the powder on the back of the stickum so I can slide the picture underneath home. Um, So that's the one thing nice about having the anti-static pouch is I love having the stickers, but if you're kind of overlapping things, you know, it becomes a problem. And so I don't like to stick things on top of the photos anyway. So this way you can scooch the photos underneath and have them be decorated with the overhangs and so anyway, and I like the little gold stars to go on the background there. Now this is a sticker that goes on one of the die cuts, the little banner die cut, and it's a little bit long, and I don't want to cover up the point of the banner, so I'm cutting it off at the top. And that's a good place to put a year of what year this Christmas is. The infamous year of 2020. So, and I'm adding, there we go, scooch it up so the whole picture's on the screen here. And I'm just adding some journaling pieces. And that's where I don't mind doing an overlap of the sticker on top of the journaling. So there's the first page. Now the second page has the same kind of background with the stencil and also the, yeah, except that's going to get the big pretty background of holly. So I'm going to put the 3-inch strip, no, it's a 4-inch, 4¼ inch strip, 3 inches up from the bottom. So that's going to be the same as the previous page. And then we've got the green 1/2-inch strip going on top of it. Makes for a really nice background. Not, you know, nothing that stands out, just all subtle, and allowing the holly. So you're building up from kind of a calm background to, I love that red. That would be a good background for a picture too. But this adds a little bit of busyness, which is kind of nice to the subtle background. So two 4x6s go on there, verticals. And if you want to use other size pictures on your pages, these are suggestions. So I'm going with the suggestion of how the layout was designed, and that's what I'm doing. So you can see how the layout looks. So we're starting for starts and have some more stickers. I have to tell you, our stickers are really wonderful. Not only are they thick, but they're really very, very sticky. They're not going to come up without a fight. So I love that font on the 25. And the one of the little banners is going to go there. And it's kind of, one gets tucked under like it's like a ribbon going through it. So this is kind of a double layer sticker. So you've got the little background, and then that gets stuck down, and then we're putting Doggone it. I wish I'd stay on the screen. I really irritate myself doing that. So we have a little subtitle down on top of the double layer sticker. And some poinsettias are going to go down in that corner too. I apologize for being off the screen. Gee whiz. What is the matter with me? So we're kind of getting dual, and I took some of the, used my anti-static to get the, stick them off the back of the poinsettia. So once again, I can slide the picture underneath. And another gold glitter frond is going there. And I think also one of the smaller snowflakes, or that's a star. And I think a small snowflake is going there. I think I've kind of decided what to do with the Merry Christmas. Okay, so there's this big star and a little star. And I love how all the glitter just, so it's balanced in the upper corners. So we have the stenciling going from one corner down to the other corner like a diagonal. And then we are adding the gold glitter to the corner. So it really balances nicely. And you can't really see it too much, but there's a white dove with a little gold, shiny olive branch, I guess. So there we go. I like that. I think that came out. It's a nice layout. So the next one is, I think that I was feeling the glitter, the glue, that the stencil that I did, and it's still kind of wet. So we're going to work on the last project before we start on project 2. We're going to give it more time to dry. So these are the background sheets. I'm just taking the zips off, and I really like that plaid. And so the black is going to go on, and then that's a very subtle design, so you can hardly see what it is. So I'm just trying to eyeball it and get it on there straight. I thought I did a pretty good job of cutting, but when I put it on here, if it's off, yeah, see, if it's off just a tad, it shows up. So we'll see. We'll see. It's having a difficult time getting it perfectly in the center so that we have an edge all around the border. So there we go. So building up on the background. So we've got 3 layers so far. And then the plaid sticks out nicely, so it adds a nice little red edge there in the plaid. And I realize I'm supposed to be putting it on this piece, so it's okay, because I'll just stick them on top of stick 'em. It's totally okay. Once again, doing the same kind of thing. But see, I'm a little bit too over, just a little bit off on that, 1/4-inch border. It just kind of throws you, or 1/8-inch border. You don't have a lot of playroom there. So anyway, we got it on there, and we're doing the backgrounds for both pages. So we're just ready to go. Now the hardest part of this layout, just wait till you see, are these triangles. So these are all die cuts. And you have to so you have like a solid diamond shape, and then there's these triangles that go on top of it. So now actually what you could do is put all of these together and leave it on the carrier sheet. And that may have actually been the easier thing to do. But anyway, I popped them out. and popped out the triangles too. And the triangles can't just go any way. There's a certain way for the triangles, otherwise you're not getting the look that they want. And just getting rid of that piece. So here I am thinking that I'm going to leave those triangles on the carrier sheet and then just kind of work that portion. So there's some cute Christmas trees that are going on this layout, and there's a bunch of triangles with little designs on them that are going over here. And a couple of those are going to get some of the glitter glue on them, but not in a manner using the stencil. You're just going to kind of blob it on, and you could actually blob the glitter glue, the solar stencil glitter, wherever you want to have some glitz. Just remember to make it thin, a thin layer, so you don't end up with a thick layer that takes hours and hours to dry. So I'm just kind of going by what the instructions are showing. See, if you put the triangle on there the wrong way, you're not getting the right look to it. So I'm sort of figuring that out, but not quite. So it has to be on the right side. Yeah, turning the diamond doesn't help Dorothy. Oh my gosh. Looney Tunes here. Yeah, how do we do that? That's how you do it. So you want the long side of the triangle to be on the one side of the diamonds. And sometimes it's not as simple as it looks. Or I'm simpler than I look. That could be it. So anyway, I just start, having the instructions as a go by on putting the triangles on top of that. And I think I'm going to zoom through this because you can see it really fast. Okay, I'm back. I've got the diamonds done, and I'm just kind of laying out the diamonds. I was kind of putting them in place according to the instructions. But I'm going to go ahead and do it using a ruler to kind of get the look that they're going for. So I'm going over, let me see, that's like let me look at my instructions here. It's like 2 5/8 over from the left-hand side and about 1 inch down from the top. And so I'm trying to, and I want to keep the points at the same level also. So I'm just kind of eyeballing a little bit and using the straight edges as my means of keeping the diamonds kind of straight. Except that, yeah, I think they need more space or something between them because I've got a lot of space. No, there's one scooches up in there. Yeah, it's a little confusing. So I'm going to move over a little bit and move the next one over a little bit. Kind of even out the space some, and then one goes up into that space. So that the diamonds end up looking kind of cool with the triangles on them. Even though it was a little confusing to do it. So I have to say that, and I've said this before, that the layouts are getting, we went through a very simple phase with Workshops Your Way. They were almost too simple to do, and now the layouts have gotten a little bit more complicated. They're still simple because they're die cuts and you're not having to do so much cutting. But with the die cuts, it gives you a level of complexity to your layouts. So I think the layouts are just looking, I like them better when they're more complicated. I just think you're bringing a lot to your story by having a lot of detail in the background, and it's something that you'll appreciate as years go by, I think. If it's too simple, it's just kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say boring, but it's kind of neat to have a nice background for your pictures. So I have the title there filled with small dots. I don't use as many foam dots as some of the consultants do. I mean, I think they have a very strong hold to them, so they're not going to go anyplace. I think I'm putting some smearing. So they show to have just some of the solar flare smeared here and there, which is kind of nice. You just smear. Anybody can do that. And, I'm just kind of popping the glitter glue with the back edge of the spatula so that, it's not just smooth looking. It has kind of a rough texture to it. So the glue will take a little while to dry, and I will set that over there. But in the meantime, I'm putting all the pieces in place. And, regardless of the glue being there and not being dry, that's okay. So I've kind of figured that the trees need to go down before the title. So that's what I'm doing. And we're layering looking for something. There we go. It was a glitter tree. Gotta have my glitter tree. And see, that also balances the solar flare glitter from the upper right-hand corner. And the banner is going over the tree and a diamond, and then the title goes on top of it. So it's Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Yay. And we're going to get a 4x6 on here. Or is that a 4x4? That looks like a 4x4. It's not a rectangle, it's a 4x4. So, and we're going to get a piece of zip strip that I'm just cutting to size. So it's going to have a 4-inch length to go on the bottom of the picture. Yeah, it's cute. I like it. I like the black. It's very striking. So now the rest of so the triangles are all done. So it's just a matter of me putting everything in place. So it's a little bit easier, and that is going to go just kind of figuring out which diamond is going to go where. That one, I like that black and white gingham. That's kind of cool. So it's a different layout. It's kind of fun. And I think that's an extra. I don't know whether that one gets used or not. Or I think it'll get used over on the right-hand side. So now it's just a matter of sticking these down, and I'm not too worried about measurements because it's pretty simple where they go. And it doesn't, not everything has to be perfect. And so you can, there's just no reason for everything being just precisely measured. So you can pretty much eyeball things here. And it looks fine. And there we go. And that one gets raised up. And this is going to get 2 4x6s, I think. There's going to be some more Christmas trees. This it's not a typical kind of Christmas layout. It's kind of unusual, which is kind of nice that, you have something that's a little bit different. So when you start looking at all your Christmas scrapbook pages, you don't want everything to look, like the same old thing. So this is definitely, a bit of a different take on the Christmas scrapbook page. So that's, but it's still Christmassy. Oop. And I'm doing the same thing over here. I'm cutting to size, 4 inches, and so we have 3 4 inches that came from the zip strip. I like that zip strip too. And then the leftover diamond, 2 diamonds, is gonna go on. Now, if I was smart, I would have glued it down first and then smeared the glitter glue on top of it. But what can you say? So now it's a little difficult. But what I could have done was put the Tombow or the foam dots in place on the background and then put the diamond on top of it. Because now it's a little difficult to manage. So I don't know where I am. There we are. So the diamonds are loose, so the pictures can go up under them. And then we're going to have 3 or 4 journaling strips down at the bottom. So you've got plenty of stuff. You can write names and dates and, gifts or memories that you want to jot down on your journaling strips. So, and then we'll have another little tree grouping down at the bottom. Make our journaling strips a little festive. So those are cute trees that are stickers, and then we've got the die cuts over here. So there's one, and here's the last one, I believe. And here's where I think some of the snowflakes are going to go. Oh, the bow goes there, of course. It's just amazing how you want things to be balanced, but you don't realize it until... Anyway, I like that, always believe. I have my Santa collection for my son to believe in Santa. That worked when he was young, but oh well. And I was missing a little green strip. What I didn't realize is it's that strip that's on the top of the sticker sheet. But I don't realize that until quite a ways after, towards the end. And it's a piece of that that's cut off. So in the meantime, I'm just cutting some of the pieces that are left over. Yeah, I can't find it. It just didn't occur to me that it was that green strip on top of the sticker sheet. So, oh well, what can you say? Just a little thought. Number one, what I said at the beginning, the Comfort and Joy and the Bloom with Grace kits that I've put together, the card kit and scrapbooking kit, and this scrapbooking kit, and I will be... See, I missed putting something. Something got erased or dropped. So I'm showing you what I did there. That's what it looks like. Finished. Sorry about that. And that happens to me. But if you haven't purchased these items before, this is the end of the September-October. Looks just like a sweater, right? Catalog. And now is the time to get these workshops. So it's Bloom with Grace and Comfort and Joy. And the next video I'll be making, which I'll be starting on later on today, is the Comfort and Joy Christmas cards. So you'll get to see what those look like. But we don't have a lot of time left for you to purchase these. I mean, there may be some left over that you can purchase, but I wouldn't count on it. So, if you like these, then I would say go ahead and go to dorothy.ctmh.com and go to the shopping area, and you can pick out the kits that you like, whether you like to make cards or scrapbook pages. And also, while you're there, you would want to become a VIP member, because if you buy scrapbook supplies and card making supplies, if you purchase the VIP membership, I'm doing a commercial now. If you do the VIP membership, it costs $35 right now until like the end of December. But if you purchase it now, it's $35. And you get, between now and December 31st, you get $25 returned into your VIP account. The VIP account is a place for you to gain credits in terms of money for purchasing things. You don't get money per se, but you get to purchase things for and use some of your credits towards the amount that it costs. So you will get $25 automatically put into your account. So that essentially makes the VIP membership for you $10. And the first time and after that you order, 15% of your purchase goes into the account. So say you, so if you purchase $50, $7.50 is going directly into your account. So it's 15%. So if you purchased $100, it would be $15. So, and with every $50 purchase, you can get a stamp of the month for free. And our stamps of the month are exclusive stamps that are only available for 1 month. And they're usually real good, real cute, and real, there's the end of that with all the little gold strips from the sticker sheet. Anyway, you get a stamp of the month for free with a $50 purchase. And I had a whole section that went wonky. I don't know where it went. But anyway, this is a fairly easy layout because they're just strips put in place, and then you do your decorations. But some of the decorations you don't realize, but they're the strip of gold poinsettias, a little border kind of strip. And there I'm trying to show you the little details that are on this. So I've had some people, some customers purchase, and they don't have their VIP account, so they're losing money by not having the VIP account. And I will guarantee you can save it up to make one big purchase that's expensive, or you can use it as you go along. So it's a good deal. It's something that close to my heart is not done before. And if you notice right here, I'm bleeding off the edge I just thought it looked kind of boring. So I wanted to add some more glitter to that. So I'm just kind of putting it, my glitter was over lower, and so it was getting hidden. So I'm just kind of putting some towards the top. There we go. So it's the same thing for the bottom here. But anyway, it's a great deal. So every month for a $50 order, you could get a free stamp of the month. That's an $18 value. And I'm smearing my glitter on top there. I hope I haven't messed it up. Nope, lucky me. Okay, there we go. Yay, I like the added glitter. Anyway, the VIP membership, it's along the top where it says shop. It's over to the right on my website. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and you will get to see how to put together all these great workshops, scrapbooking and card making. So I'm just going through the different layouts that we have here. And so I'm ready for Christmas. I've got places to put my pictures. So I'm set to go. So there'll probably be some more Christmas layouts coming up in the next catalog, which comes November 1st. See, I forgot to do my journaling strips on that page, so I'm adding journaling strips. And I have a bigger star than that star, so I'm going to add it to the tree. The tree needs as big a star as it can get. There we go. I'm going to pop it up, too. So anyway, subscribe and become a VIP member. I'd love to have you as a VIP member. And come watch how to do our layouts. I guarantee it's fun, and you feel, satisfied that you've done something beautiful. So thank you so much for watching. You all take care and stay healthy, and wear your masks so to keep everybody safe around you and keep yourself safe, because this for the people. See, I finally figured out where that little piece came from. And look at how it kind of matches the trees at the bottom. Bye now.